How's she going, boys? Welcome back to Grampy's Workshop. Mike here. Glad you could come along. Little job today is we have to clean our flue. It's getting into the burning season, so in the camp we have a wood stove. That's our main source of heat, so we have to clean out the flue today. Out here where we are in the woods, we have to be very careful of fire, so we want to make sure that we keep our stove in good working order and our flue good and clean, as everyone should, because no one wants to have a flue fire. And flue fires, there's lots of houses are burnt right to the ground because of flue fires, so you have to be careful. Take the time to clean your flue, clean it well, and you should have no problems with fires resulting from creosote buildup in your flue. So what I use to clean my flue with is this 6-inch nylon brush. There's the box it came in. This is not a sponsored video, so this is just what I use. It's a poly-sweep chimney brush. It's a 6-inch. So I have smoke pipe, 2 lengths of smoke pipe that go from the top of the stove up to the ceiling, and then from the ceiling out is the insulated flue. I use this to clean my insulated flue. I'll take the smoke pipe off the stove, put a garbage bag around it inside the camp, go up on the roof, run this brush up and down the flue until the flue gets relatively clean. You can't get them sparkling clean like brand new, but you can get most of the creosote out, and that's what you're after. And then the creosote just falls down in the garbage bag. You take the garbage bag off, you go away. I have a second set of smoke pipe that I keep clean here in the shop all the time, so that when I take that smoke pipe out of the camp, I can just put that in the garbage bag right quick to minimize the dirt in the camp. Take that smoke pipe outside and clean it outside whenever I get a chance. But I have the new smoke pipe here ready to go in, so I'll just put those together and replace them. Makes it quicker, easier, cleaner. So to get set up in the camp to do this flue cleaning job, there's a few things I have to do. We have a cathedral ceiling in the camp, so I need to get a step ladder to get on behind the stove so I can reach the ceiling well. And in order to set the step ladder behind the stove, we have a little hearth that we have up behind the stove. Not a hearth, a mantle behind the stove, so I have to take that mantle out, but it's only a couple of screws, doesn't take long. So we're going to go in the camp now with the step ladder and get all set up, and we'll show you what goes on in there. So once the mantle's removed, we put the step ladder in behind the stove, and we're going to go up there now and disconnect that smoke pipe at the collar and remove this smoke pipe, put it in the garbage bag, take it outside to be cleaned later. So I have the smoke pipe removed, so there's just the stove there now, and then we put the garbage bag on the bottom of the collar there at the ceiling. And it's a good way too to check the draft that you have, because you can see that the garbage bag is getting sucked back up the chimney almost. So good draft. I'm going to go on the roof now and brush the flue into that bag, and then we'll come back with the shop vac, clean out the top of the stove. I don't know what you can see in there, but we've got a little bit of creosote buildup, so we'll clean that out. So we're set up here to go up on the roof. Got the ladder set up, and there's still dew on the roof, so just a tip, FYI, for anybody that's watching and planning on cleaning their flue: if you're going on the roof, be extra careful, and if there's dew on the roof, be extra special careful. Okay, there's the flue. We're up on the roof. The roof is a 6/12 pitch, so it's kind of easy to walk on. I'm going to take the flue cap off and then run the rod down in there. So here we are brushing, and as I was saying, this is a nylon brush that works quite well. So that's about all you do. You just rub up and down till it looks clean. I don't know if you can see in there, but really the flue wasn't that bad. And I find, just a point of interest, I don't know if this happens to everybody, but we stopped burning in our stove probably in June, and this is the middle of September, and I find leaving this flue over the summer before you clean it, a lot of the creosote dries up and sort of flakes off the flue itself, so it makes it easier to brush it clean. So that's what happens. That's for me anyways. I don't know if it happens to everybody. But anyway, I'm going to finish this brushing and we'll go inside. So we're all finished cleaning her. There it is. Put the cap back on. Oftentimes you get quite a bit of creosote build up in the cap, so it's good to beat that a little bit to get the creosote off it. But another thing, while you're on the roof, it's a good idea, good opportunity to check to make sure everything else is kosher. See that I have a couple of valleys here, make sure they're clear. And also you can check your gutters. Now I'm not going to go down there with the camera because I was just down there, and they're not bad, they're in pretty good shape. But anyway, everything else looks pretty cool up here. It's also a nice time just to survey your kingdom. Over here, let me just go over and see if I can we had just cleared a bunch of trees out the side here, so we'll get a good look at that down to the lake. It's a nice spot. Anyways, enough playing around, gotta get back to work. So here we are. I'm just going to turn the vacuum on, and I'm going to suck the dirt and creosote and whatnot out of the top of the stove. And then we have to clean the inside, but we'll do that later on. So here we go. So that's about it. We take the bag off, put the smoke pipe back on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the smoke pipe back on, put the thimble in the top. So I'll take the garbage bag down first, of course, and then we'll do that. So check this out. No, the Flue together first. Working my way up. So I had to fight with it a bit, but I got it in, and it looks pretty straight. So we're going to call that done. Now I just have to clean the ashes of the stove. Alright, there's the stove. She's all cleaned out inside. We have a clean smoke pipe on it. And the thimble is put back in place. And the mantle's back there. Now the only thing left to do is Nanny's going to give it a good cleaning and then put the ornaments back. I'm no good at putting ornaments up, but Nanny's the boss of doing that. She can do that better than anybody I know. So look how nice it looks now that Nanny's got everything put back together. Isn't that pretty? I must say, I like our stove. It's cozy looking, and it gives off a lot of heat, which is kind of important for a stove. Anyway, that's it. Job done. Alright, so that's about it for cleaning a flue. Not a big job, but an important job. You should clean your flue at least once a year, just prior to the heating season I find is best. but twice a year if you can manage it. Like I like to clean the flue this time of year in the fall before the heating season starts, and then again in January if we get a January thaw and we get a chance, well, I'll clean the flue again then. Even if you don't use your stove for like primary heat, like if you just have a fire every now and then, it's a good idea to check your flue at least once a year, and it doesn't take much to do it, as you saw with my video. Lots of times they have different setups, like your flue might be on an outside wall, like outside your building, so you just clean from the bottom. It could have a little elbow inside and a little bit more work maybe to do inside to clean your flue, but hey, it's worth doing. I started this job, it wasn't 9:30 in the morning here when I started. I had a visit from a neighbor up the lake, and we talked about 15-20 minutes, and then I also cleaned up all the tools and cleaned the smoke pipe and put the smoke pipe away and everything, and it's only 10:30 now, so it doesn't take long to do what I did there, and it's important to do it. Okay, so if you like this video, I'm glad. Please click like, please comment, fill her up with comments, boys. I'd love to read your comments. And if you like crazy little videos like this that I do, just click on that bell there, and you know what? If you click that bell, I'll let you know every time I make another video so you can watch it. How'd that be? That's a good deal, I think. Doesn't cost a cent, just click the bell, I'll let you know. Okay? That's the way she goes, boys. So that's it. Have a good one. Talk to you.